SCG.
CBS 2 News.
Fail-Safe, a live television event. CBS Sunday, April 9th.
No, you should have seen their faces when you pulled up in your grandma's Jaguar.
Jag, baby. Those in the know always say Jag.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. But one look at your Jag and they all wanted to be my best friends.
And you were all concerned that they be treating you like you had the cooties.
Oh, cooties. Oh, you are so lame.
Lane. Yeah,
Lucinda,
that's apt.
what are you doing here?
Never you mind what I'm doing here. I want to know what you're doing here. Smart guy. And I gave you space. I didn't want you to think that I was hovering as you adjusted to your first day in the mailroom at the City Times. No. And imagine my surprise and my displeasure when I checked in with Jake McKinnon and I was told that you had not even bothered to show up.
Hey, Karina, can I get a large coffee to go?
Yeah, coming right up.
Thanks.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this stool taken here?
Can't get one night without you, can I?
Well, if you'd like, I could go sit over there.
You could, but you won't.
No, I won't. Not until you tell me how your day went.
What you mean, how did my 6-month checkup go? Still waiting for the test results, but Dr. Foley is optimistic.
Well, good. So you should be celebrating instead of moping.
Said anything about moping?
I know that look. You're still worried.
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried about my anatomy midterm. I've been so freaked out and nervous with the test results and this whole thing that I just really haven't focused on studying.
Why don't you ask your professor for a slight postponement of the exam?
From Dr. Elwood? Are you kidding me? The man absolutely hates me.
Oh, come on. A gifted student like you, I'm sure you're reading him wrong.
Oh, Dr. Elwood. Hi. How are you?
Busy.
Yeah, I'm busy too. I've been really busy studying for your midterm exam.
Miss Bennett, a pretty face and a bright smile might be a boost on the fashion runway, but they'll get you nowhere in medical school. Good day.
You're right. He hates you.
Henry, that's just terrible. How is Katie? Is she all right?
Physically, yes, but emotionally, it's going to take her a while to get back to normal.
I would think so after everything she's been through. Where is she now?
She's down at the police station, giving a statement.
Listen, I think I better go down there and let her know she's got some support.
Oh, that'd mean a lot to her.
Listen, did they release the name of the guy who's stalking her?
I think you better get the details yourself. At the police station.
What, you don't have the information?
Well, since Katie is a member of the WOAK family, I want to be careful about giving out the confirmation and facts on this one. You know, I won't broadcast a word until I hear from either you or Holden, okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your sensitivity.
No problem. I always look after the station's best interest. Tell Katie that I'm thinking about her.
I will, Henry. Thanks. Bye-bye. This is a nightmare day. That stalker went after Katie Parade.
Yeah, I gathered that. And they caught him?
Oh, yes. Katie's down at the police station making a statement.
I'll drive you down there.
Oh, honey, thank you. I'm not sure I could drive the car at this point.
Well, did Henry say who the stalker was?
No, he didn't, but whoever this guy is, he's a real lunatic.
Look, a second ago, you were just gonna let me walk, and now I'm under arrest? What's up with that?
Lieutenant Munson called in from your place.
My apartment?
Mm-hmm.
So he's not gonna find anything there.
Actually, he found a few things, including a WOAK work assignment sheet with Katie's name circled and a bag of garbage from her apartment.
I don't believe it.
I knew that kid was bad news.
I'm sure you can explain what those things were doing in your place.
Yeah, I can. As soon as I talk to a lawyer. when do I get to call my lawyer?
As soon as we finish processing you. Should only take a few minutes, so come on.
Take your time. I don't have anything better to do.
Chris, this doesn't make any sense. Chris and I were such good friends.
Chris Hughes is not the same person we all used to know, Katie. Something snapped in him.
Yeah, I mean, he took Abigail's rejection so hard.
He brought that on himself. I just don't know why he's taking it out on you.
Maybe if I just would have helped him a little bit more.
No, don't blame yourself. Nothing that happened is your fault.
I guess you just really don't know what goes on inside someone's head, no matter how well you think you know them. Or what kind of family they're from.
Katie. Oh, I'm so glad you're all right. How are you feeling?
I'm not great, but I'm fine.
You need a doctor? No, she's fine, Bob. She wasn't hurt.
I'm so sorry if your position at the station made you a target for this kind of lunatic.
It wasn't that, Kim.
How do you know?
Christopher.
At Geico, we get the ball rolling on your claim quickly. Even in the middle of the night. Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
This is my final plea. I am a gecko, not to be confused with Geico, which could save you hundreds on car insurance. So stop calling me.
Geico, a 15-minute call could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Hey, why are you painting out the word whiter?
I don't want anybody to know the Ultra Clorox bleach gets whites even whiter than before.
But it does.
You know it. I know it. Nobody else needs to know it.
Sorry, fellas. New Ultra Clorox bleach gets even the dirtiest whites like this whiter. For a brighter white you can really see.
Now nobody will ever know the new Ultra Clorox bleach gets whites even whiter than before.
Not unless they try it.
Oh, brother.
New Ultra Clorox bleach gets whites even whiter than before.
Feminine itching, painful irritation. It's private stuff that you have to deal with. Now there's vitamin Enriched Vagisil cream. With skin-soothing vitamins E, A, and D. Vagisil stops itching fast as it soothes itchy, irritated skin with vitamins, even urine-irritated skin. And with Vagisil, the itch relief lasts hours. Vitamin Enriched Vagisil cream. Vagisil, a better understanding of better intimate care.
Everybody grab a spoon and do the Cool Whip. Woo! Rub it, dub, make it better with the tub. Do the Cool Whip. Cool Whip. Cool Whip, baby.
See how beautiful 60 can look. See how invisible osteoporosis can be. If you're over 60, there's a nearly 1 in 2 chance you have it. So ask your doctor about a bone density test and treatments that can help.
Chris? You can't be serious.
A stalker? This is impossible. What's going on?
Jack, you can't possibly think that Chris would harass anyone, much less Katie. She's one of his dearest friends.
I've tried to tell him that, but they don't care that they got the wrong guy.
Jack, this is all a mistake.
I wish I could let him go, but we've collected a lot of evidence that points to Chris. I had to arrest him for intimidation and stalking.
What kind of evidence? Why would Chris go after Katie?
Well, hopefully I'll have a better idea of that after I talk to Chris again.
But wait a minute. You mean you arrested my son without hearing his side of the story?
A lot of evidence to ignore,
I don't know what
Doctor.
you call evidence these days, but you better check it. He's not a stalker. He's a decent young man.
Honey, tell him. I mean, tell him you didn't
I
do
tried
it.
to tell him. Look, I heard Katie scream. I went and I saw the guy outside Katie's apartment. I tried to stop him. We struggled and he got away. And then Holden came up and I got accused of it.
Jack, how serious is this charge that you're making?
Intimidation? It's a class 3 felony. Carries a sentence anywhere from 2 years to 10.
Tell me this isn't happening.
Well, this Dr. Elwood does seem to have a bug up a certain part of his anatomy. But you know something, he is a human being.
Yes, a human being who would love to see me fail.
And you just might fail if you keep up with this attitude. How about we put our heads together? We figure out a way how to approach this guy.
Listen, John, I appreciate your concern, okay? But I don't really feel comfortable talking about this with Dr. Happy sitting over there.
Here, I'll me $1.50.
Karina, thanks, honey. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. You know what? It's a lovely night, and I think I could really use a walk.
Fine, let's go.
alone. I think I need a little me time, you know?
That's a very good idea. Okay. You go clear out your head. I'll catch up. Go ahead. You go.
All
you
right,
go. You go.
I'll see you later.
Dr. Elwood? John Dixon.
Yeah, I know who you are.
You do? I understand you teach anatomy.
I'm sure you're a busy man, Doctor.
Well, yes, I am.
As I am. So if this is about Miss Bennett, please get to the point.
Well, my point is this. Miss Bennett is going through a very difficult time right now.
Aren't we all?
Yes. It's not just your ordinary run-of-the-mill student angst. You see, she's a cancer patient. She's in remission, and she's just had a checkup. Now, the doctor's very optimistic about the prognosis, but of course he won't know definitely until he gets the results of the tests.
I wish her well.
Well, I think that's very nice. In light of that, though, I was thinking perhaps you could give her a small postponed in the midterm.
It's not my policy to make exceptions for any student, no matter how well connected they may be.
Connected? Oh, come on. We're talking about a young woman, about her physical and her psychological well-being.
Dixon, I know your influence helped your friend get into medical school.
No, wait a minute. What does that mean?
But now that she's in, you can no longer orchestrate shortcuts for her, which means she takes her exam on time.
And what if she can't?
She fails.
I see. Well, I thank you for your understanding.
You know I never purposely ditched work.
Oh, heavens to Betsy, no.
But Abigail was her first day back at school today. After all the mess she went through with her birth mom and that creep Chris Hughes.
So you felt you had to spend the whole day with the poor child to help her muddle through?
Well, the poor kid called me today. I'm hyperventilating. She was so anxious. And I had to help her through it. I mean, I had to go talk her into letting me even drive her to school today.
In my Jaguar?
Well, she was excited. She'd never been in one before. And it got her out of the house.
Oh, so it is Abigail's fault that you took my car without my permission again?
Yeah, but just take it easy on the kid, okay? She's still a basket case.
Darling, how was the day at school?
Oh, it was actually fantastic. I thought I'd be the butt of a million jokes, but the kids were actually nice to me.
Oh, that's just wonderful. You see, she didn't... You didn't need Brian's company after all.
Well, she may not need me now, but if I wasn't there this morning...
You would have had to put in one day's work.
You don't understand.
I do understand, Brian. I do understand. Now, you are fooling yourself by convincing yourself that you are indispensable to this young lady here. Now, that was true maybe about that much of the time when you first came to town, young Lochinvar. I'll tell you something, honey. You met your match, and it isn't Abigail. It's Lucinda.
Margot, am I glad to see you?
Yeah, Hal told me I'm a suspect. What's up?
That's right. This is insanity.
This is a Hughes family reunion. What, are you the hero who caught the guy?
Guess again, I'm the guy.
You're stalking Katie?
Of course not, Margot. It's a mistake.
Holden's trying to nail me after what happened to Abigail. That's what this is all about.
Holden's accused you of stalking.
Margot, come on, you're a cop. Get him to let me go.
Margot, we need some sensible, reasonable input here. Fill me in from the top.
Last night, Holden saw Katie and Chris arguing. Apparently, it was pretty heated.
That doesn't prove
Then
anything.
tonight, Katie reported seeing a man in a ski mask outside her window. And when I arrived on the scene, Holden caught Chris fleeing with the ski mask in his hand.
I told you it was the guys.
How did you get the ski mask in your hand? I
have to go over...
Yes, you have to go over it.
Okay, look. I was trying to catch that creep, and he got away. I grabbed the mask because I thought that it could identify him. Right, but then now you're using it to nail me.
So, I mean, this is reasonable.
But there's more evidence. Come on, Margot. You know that I wouldn't hurt Katie. You believe me, right?
You know what? I'm not gonna say a word until I talk to Katie. Where is she?
Talking to Holden over there.
Come on, you guys. I'm telling the truth.
Honey, I know. There's nothing else you can do.
We have to find a way to prove it. I need a lawyer.
Hey, Chris, we gotta still fill out some more paperwork.
Listen, don't worry. We're not gonna leave here. We'll stay with you until we get this thing settled. Honey, we really need to help him here.
Tom, it's your father. Yeah, listen, can you get down to the police station right away? No, it's your legal expertise we need. Christopher's in trouble, and I want you to handle this.
I tell friends I'm in the shipping business. Precious cargo. I can't afford to be distracted by a headache. That's why I take Advil every time. It's strong enough to get the job done. After all, I have to deliver these little packages without a scratch. So I trust Advil. Absolutely nothing's been proven stronger on even tough headaches. With a job like mine, you never take chances. You take Advil.
Advil, stronger than pain.
At Enterprise Rent-A-Car, when you call us, we don't just pick up the phone. We pick you up.
This is great.
Thank you.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Just a little thank you note to my dentist for recommending Colgate Total. Its advanced formula actually stays on your teeth after you brush. And 12 hours later, it's still there, helping to protect them. For 12-hour protection, Colgate Total.
Great news for all you cats. Chuck!
Marv, we can't buy this stuff ourselves.
I'm up.
The Whiskas you love in a can now comes in a flavor-locked pouch.
Whisker. What cats want.
Yo, it's Super Duke, your Burger King DJ, and there's a new Whopper in town. The new Bacon Cheddar Whopper, stacked with crispy bacon and melted cheddar cheese. It's off the flavor meter. The new Bacon Cheddar Whopper for a limited time. Only at Burger King, you heard?
The other day, I'm driving down Broadway when that pastrami on ride catches up with me. Heartburn, big time. My passenger says, here, take a Zantac 75. I say, what are you, a doctor? And he says, yeah.
The medicine in Zantac 75 is the #1 doctor-prescribed acid reducer. It relieves even your toughest heartburn, controlling acid for up to 12 hours.
A real gentleman, that doctor.
Zantac 75 for tough heartburn. Doctors know.
Harm thinks he has the perfect defense, but Mac is a surprise witness. His girlfriend.
This is a blatant attempt to put the focus on me.
All new Jag, CBS tonight.
Hey, Katie, I have some questions for you, and I want you to think really hard before you answer this, because a lot rides on it. It's real important. I know you and Chris were close. You spent a lot of time together, and you knew him really well.
Yeah, I thought I did.
All right, well, the Chris that you thought you knew, can you, deep down, really, in your heart, you really believe he'd do something like this?
Chris and I were closest before he hooked up with Abigail. I mean, he was great back then. He was fun and no worries. And then as soon as they broke up, he's just been different.
How? Different how?
Angry and frustrated, and he's taken it out on me.
All right, well, now, what did he do?
Well, he was really hostile that I helped Holden find Abigail in New York. And other stuff. I mean, nothing important. It really got bad when I moved into Molly's apartment. He saw me, and he just started accusing me of doing all these things. It was like he hated me. You know, Margot, I hate to admit it, but there's a strong possibility that Chris is the one who's been stalking me.
Hey.
Oh, honey, thanks for coming so quick.
Sure, where is he? It's over there with Jack. Can you believe this?
Listen, this is all going so fast. I mean, they don't even give him a chance.
Well, let me talk to him before he says something that he shouldn't.
Can I talk to you?
Sure, as soon as I'm finished
No,
with
it's
Chris.
really just going to take a second. I know that this looks really bad for Chris, and I know how much you want to help him, but if there is a chance, even just the slightest chance that Chris actually did this to Katie, then we've got to keep him in custody and away from her. So are you sure that you want to get in the middle of this?
Well, I'm already in the middle of it. He's my kid brother. He's in trouble. I'm going to defend him.
Okay, Chris, a few more questions.
Not until I talk with my client.
You representing him? Officially?
You bet I am.
Hello? Dr. Foley? Hey. Yeah, I just didn't think that I would get the results back so soon. What's the verdict? Really? Well, thanks. Thanks for calling.
Well, I recognize that sexy figure from the front, back, or sideways. Hello, Camille.
What are you doing out here besides frightening young, innocent women?
And who would that be? Not you.
That's cute. That's so cute.
No, I've just been down at the club. We're doing some renovations. And thought I'd take a break, get some fresh air. Seeing you's been an added bonus. How have you been?
Fine. Had my checkup today.
And?
Everything's negative. Still cancer-free.
Oh, that's great news, Camille. I mean, that's the best news I've heard in a long time.
Yeah, I'm real happy about it.
Then how come you look so sad?
Could we just have a word with you?
Kim, I really don't think this is a good time to be asking
Well, it's not a great time for Christopher either.
What I wanted to say is, Katie, I realize this has to have been a terrifying time for you, and I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I'm sorry, too, for all of us.
Look, Katie, of course we hope that they will catch whoever has been harassing you.
Chris has been caught.
But I think it's imperative, in this effort to protect you, that we don't have a rush to judgment. I'm sure that the police will find out that they have the wrong man.
I would love to believe that.
Well, then why do you keep insisting that Christopher is guilty?
Because I caught him red-handed.
Oh, really? Really? You saw him threaten Katie? You saw him peeking through her window?
No, but we got proof.
Right. He had the ski mask, and they had an argument. That's not enough evidence to convict
That's
anybody.
not all we have against Chris.
What else?
Chris followed Abigail to New York City.
Oh, for heaven's sakes, he's in love with Abigail.
He spied on her. He followed her all the way around Manhattan.
Spied on
and
her?
when Abigail came back to Oakdale, he ambushed her at the airport after Abigail said she didn't want anything to do with him. There's a definite pattern here, Kim, and stalking fits that pattern.
Honestly, I just don't know even what to say to you.
And there's nothing we can say until we get all the facts.
Hey, will you be okay now that Margot's here?
What, are you leaving?
Yeah, I want to go make sure that Abigail doesn't find out about this from anyone else.
Oh, yeah, sure. Of course.
Okay, I'll be back.
Wait, I just want to thank you for looking out for me, Holden.
You don't have to thank me.
Who knows, you might have saved my life.
You know something? Everything that you've said to us adds up to just one thing, really, and that is Chris is obsessed with Abigail?
Obsessed, absolutely.
All right, well, then why would he go after Katie? It doesn't make any sense.
Nothing that Chris has done makes any sense. And whether you're willing to face it or not, your son has a problem, and he needs help.
Oh, I think people are definitely confused about which flea and tick protection to use for their dogs and cats.
Yeah, there's others out there, but fact is, Frontline's still the best. That's because Frontline kills 100% of fleas within a day.
And only Frontline kills all major ticks, including the one that can carry Lyme disease. There it is.
For fleas and ticks, Frontline is the veterinarian's #1 choice.
Oh, he agrees.
Today we're making chicken strips. What do you call them? Chicken fingers. With Mrs. Dash, everyone will call them their favorites. Mix plenty of Mrs. Dash garlic and herb with some breadcrumbs. Hey, you can actually see those 100% natural herbs and spices. There's no other blend like it. Dip the chicken in egg, then coat it and saute for just a couple of minutes. That's it. Mrs. Dash chicken fingers. As easy as snapping yours.
Mrs. Dash, great taste in a dash. Call for recipes.
Let's go, girls. Revlon Every Lash Mascara makes lashes their fullest, beautifully defined. Plus, comb separates every lash.
Goodbye, clumps. I feel like a woman.
Mounds and Almond Joy, because everybody needs a 5-minute vacation.
It loves to move. It has a heart-shaped birthmark.
Dove knows your skin is important, even the skin under your arms.
They started salsa dancing. They lift up your arm, and their face goes right in your armpit. You're worried about your deodorant not working, and it freaks you out. So I tried Dove deodorant.
New maximum strength Dove antiperspirant made with 1/4 moisturizer. It cares for your skin.
It has moisturizer, so your skin's soft and smooth.
It's strong protection with a touch of Dove.
I don't have to be paranoid. I use Dove.
He's a mover and a shaker.
I'm a hell of a salesman.
The ultimate player.
Jack Abbott is no fool. He would love to see me go down in flames.
And
You are really bad.
when he's on your side,
Don't worry, you got a smiling Jack in your corner.
you can always bet.
What happens next is everything.
This week on The Young and the Restless.
First drought, then flooding. We'll show you one of the world's wildest climates tonight.
On a special night, Ossie Davis is a disturbed man with one chance at life.
You need an operation. No.
All new City of Angels on a special night, CBS tonight.
Isaac, I'm relieved that the test results came back okay, but I'm not out of the woods yet.
Well, the doctor said everything was cool.
Yeah. When I have 10 years of clean checkups behind me, then maybe I'll relax.
10 years.
I don't want a pity party, okay? I'm glad the news I got today was good.
But in 10 years, it'll be better.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you learn to accept it. You become watchful. You become vigilant, even.
From where I stand, you're a lot more than that. You know, you're a woman who knows how to live.
Am I? And what am I really doing with my life, Isaac?
Not much. I mean, you work for Dixon. You're going to med school.
Yeah. I spent all my time memorizing facts. And for what? To ace some exams that some obnoxious professors put in front of me that they don't really even care whether I pass or fail? Is that why I'm killing myself?
Don't give up. Why are you killing yourself?
I'll tell you why. To prove to John Dixon and to prove to all those full of themselves professors that I am more than some airhead ex-model, that I am a competent, capable woman. And I'm doing all this. Why? I do all this. And then what if 2 years from now, what if 3 years from now, one of those tests comes back and it comes back positive? And I've done what with my life? I've spent hours, weeks, months, studying, stressed. And then I got nothing else to show for it.
You know, in that case, why don't you just chuck it? Why don't you drop out of medical school?
Honey, where are you?
Oh, I was just thinking. Maybe if I'd been easier on him, if I hadn't thrown him out of the house.
Honey,
if I'd
you
handled
don't.
things differently, maybe this series of events never would have happened.
Don't do this to yourself. You are a wonderful father. The only thing that you've ever done for Chris, as far as that's concerned, for any one of the children, you've done because you love them. The only thing that we can do now is just to try to be supportive of him and help him work his way through this.
I know this looks bad, but I swear to you, I didn't do it.
All right. How did Katie's garbage wind up in your apartment? What about the station assignment sheet with her name circled on it?
I know. Like, I had a hunch about something, and I had to check it out. That's all I can say.
Well, if that's all you can say, Chris, we have big problems.
Look, Tom, you're my brother. You gotta trust me on this.
I trust you, Chris. Now I'm going to talk to you as your lawyer. I have a legal obligation to keep everything we say in here, every word, confidential. So if you have any reason as to why you were going through Katie's garbage, now is the time to spill it.
Even if it might make things worse?
With the evidence they got, it's not going to get much worse.
Well, can you think of anyone who might have it out for you?
Margot,
Yeah,
I'm glad they got a hold of you. How you holding up, kid?
I've been better.
You finished checking Chris's place out?
Yeah, we just finished. We brought back anything that seemed relevant.
Katie's trash.
Uh-huh.
Well, that should help.
So should this. Katie, can you identify these?
I can.
I thought you might want to know, Jake, that your AWOL mail clerk will be there first thing in the morning at the crack of dawn. I guarantee it.
Oh, I am so sorry I got you in trouble.
No, I wanted to spend the day with you. I just hope you know that Lucinda's got it all wrong. I didn't use you as an excuse to get out of work.
Of course you did.
Why would you say that?
Well, easy, because I'm using you, too.
Whoa. I'm being used for what?
You get my mind off of the bad things and the good, well, whatever's connected to Chris.
That louse is still under your skin, huh?
Less and less every day.
Well, maybe one day you won't worry about him anymore.
That day couldn't come soon enough.
Jake, I'll call you back. What's wrong? What happened?
Abigail, I need to speak to you. I have some news for you.
Maybe I should cut out of here.
You stay put.
Actually, it might be good for her to have a friend around.
Holden, you're scaring me. What's wrong? Wait, is Molly worse?
No, there's no change in Molly that I know of. The police have arrested Katie Peretti's stalker.
Oh, well, that's great. Who was it?
It's Chris. It's Chris Hughes.
So cool, refreshing, so full of life. Save us. The refreshing flavor of life.
Don't get that, Frank.
Hello? Baxter!
Crunchy Meow Mix seafood middles. Mackerel and tuna flavors make it taste so good. Cats ask for it. By name.
I don't want to run a marathon. I don't want to go skydiving. I don't want to feel like a kid again. Though, not feeling ancient would be nice. All I really want is to be able to climb the stairs and give Michael a bath.
Vioxx is here, a prescription medicine for the most common type of arthritis pain, osteoarthritis. One little pill, taken just once a day, can provide 24-hour relief. In rare cases, serious stomach problems such as bleeding can occur without warning. People with allergic reactions such as asthma to aspirin or other arthritis medicines should not take Vioxx. Tell your doctor if you have liver or kidney problems. For more information, ask your doctor or pharmacist about once daily Vioxx for the relief of osteoarthritis pain. And you may be able to plan your day around your life instead of your pain. Vioxx for everyday victories.
What if you could treat wrinkles like an expert would? With ROC, the #1 anti-wrinkle retinol brand in France, you can. Developed with dermatologists, ROC's pure and active form of vitamin A works deeper, inside skin surface. In a 12-week study, the appearance of fine lines was reduced by 86%, wrinkles by 42%. Something more superficial beauty treatments could never promise. ROC. We keep our promises.
CBS Tonight.
I strongly advise you to put things into perspective here.
Viewers call judging Amy's characters tenderly human. You want to recuse yourself?
No, just because I'm in there wanting to rip the guy's head off doesn't mean I can't be impartial.
It's writing intelligent and moving.
Honest to God, there are times when I feel I don't know you. You're just figuring that out?
Amy Brenneman and Tyne Daly star in Judging Amy, CBS Tonight.
Bob Barker here, and wait until you see this showcase.
It's a perfect 10 because The Price is Right is returning to 10 a.m. on CBS 2. So come on down to The Price is Right, weekday mornings at 10, only on CBS 2.
Picture yourself thin. Picture yourself with more energy than ever before. Imagine how happy you'll be knowing you look great. It doesn't have to be a dream anymore. Since 1971, people have been successfully losing weight on Lindora's Lean for Life program.
It was easy. It has to be, or I wouldn't have done it. There's nothing like it. I've lost 57 pounds. I feel like a whole new me. I don't have to be fat anymore.
These people became Lean for Life. You can too. Call 1-800-LINDORA today.
Burn the Floor. Direct from sold-out tours in Europe and Australia. Burn the Floor is ballroom with attitude. Featuring 44 champion ballroom and Latin dancers. Strictly ballroom, gone strictly sexy. Time magazine says you'll have a hard time sitting still.
This Wednesday through Saturday at Universal Amphitheater. Tickets now at all Ticketmasters, the Universal Amphitheater box office, or charged by phone.
Would you like to dance with me?
Burn the Floor.
Jane Fonda, Oscar Fashions, and Tom Cruise. Next ET.
For Diagnosis Murder, the address is CBS.
Abigail, I caught him myself.
What? Where?
Running from Katie's place. She'd seen him and called for help.
Kim must be mortified.
Well, if you ask me...
Nobody did.
Actually, I'd like to hear what you have to say.
Well, stalking definitely fits the guy's M.O. I mean, just look at the way he tracked her down to New York.
What would he want with Katie?
Who cares? I mean, at least he didn't come after you again. Look, if I could be any help at all...
Have you any further use for this lout?
No,
okay.
that's it.
Then you're here. I'm going to say goodnight. We're going to go home.
I just wanted to help out Abigail.
Holden is here. He has everything under control. Let's go home. Good night.
I'm really sorry to drop this on you, but I didn't want you to hear it from anybody else.
I still don't believe it. Chris hardly ever talked about Katie. What would give him this compulsion or whatever?
I don't know. Maybe it's payback. Katie was the one who told me that Chris knew you were in New York.
Yeah, Chris said he confided in Katie about that and that she told the secret. And he wasn't happy, but he wouldn't do this.
Abigail, I don't know why he did it, but it's obvious that he has a problem. But maybe this arrest will help him get the help that he needs. Maybe some good will come out of this whole mess after all.
Well, we've still got the letter and evidence, so we can see if this is a match.
I'm having it sent up now.
Where'd you find this?
Oakdale Courtyard Trash Collection Area.
Well, I hate to say it, but that pretty much seals the deal.
I hate everything about this case. I hate what it's doing to my little Katie. I hate what it's doing to Tom's family. I just cannot fathom that Chris would get to this point. It's just... Oh, my little darling, you never saw this coming, did you? Never.
It all started with those photos of me and Molly. Someone put them up on the monitors at WOAK and gave them to the intruder.
I know the story. What's it got to do with the stalking business?
Those photos cost me the girl that I love. They cost Abigail her relationship with Molly, and possibly Molly her life. I knew I couldn't change any of that, but I knew that if I could figure out who was responsible for those pictures, that I could stop any more damage from happening. And I started snooping around, and all paths led to Katie.
So Margot's kid sister lived in my house, babysat my kids. She just set you up? That's about the craziest thing I ever heard.
I know, well, that's what I thought too. But then someone that I know has a source at the intruder that said that those photos were leaked by someone that was on staff at WOAK.
Well, that narrows it down, Chris, to about 200 people.
Just think about it, though. I mean, just a couple of months ago, Katie was an intern. And then suddenly these pictures come out, and bam, she's ready to move into Molly's position and take her apartment. If anyone's stalking anyone, I think Katie's after Molly.
You got any proof to back it up, Chris? I mean, any solid, concrete proof?
Not yet. But that's the real reason why I was going through Katie's garbage. I just couldn't tell the cops because if Katie found out that I was onto her, it would have ruined everything. So, that's the truth. Will it help?
Yeah, it'll help. It'll help land you in jail.
Here's your regular internet homepage, and here's i1.com. It's free. You use it like Yahoo, Excite, or other search engines. Only i1.com gives away $10,000 every day, $1 million a month, and $10 million on tax day. Which one would you choose?
If my friend used this at work secretly and she won, would her boss get the money?
No, your friend would get the money.
That's good to know.
Introducing i1.com. Why wouldn't you?
For dry, red eyes, Clear Eyes is a hit. It removes redness and has an ingredient to moisturize. Wow! The difference is clear. Clear Eyes.
Once upon a time, in the kingdom of Sesame, there lived a little red monster named Elmo. Yay! But everybody called him Cinderelmo, the classic tale told with a Sesame Street twist. Cinderelmo. Bring it home today on video and audio.
When you get to your sinus pain before it gets to you with Motrin sinus headache, statistics show high notes sound 20% sweeter, spins are 40% more pleasurable, and being married feels a lot more like dating. Motrin Sinus Headache has a powerful decongestant, so you can put the pain to bed while you stay out all night. Motrin Sinus Headache. Life is too good to feel bad.
Hi, I'm Etta. Try some bruschetta?
When I want good pizza, I go out.
I'll take you out.
If you think you got to go out for great pizza,
There, you're out. Bruschetta?
you never try Freshetta.
This is great.
Freshetta.
Two identical brushes, yet one works better. The secret behind this brush? Plaques. It pre-loosens plaque before you brush, so your brush can brush better. For cleaner teeth, fresher breath. Plaques. It's what's behind a better brush.
Why do you keep dragging me away from Abigail?
Darling, tending to the troubles of an adolescent girl is a job for, say, a social worker or a high school guidance counselor, but not for you. Bryant Montgomery is destined for better things.
Lucinda, that was dangerously close to a compliment.
It's a warning. Don't waste your life on trivial pursuits.
How am I supposed to learn the ropes around here? Why not from a sweet kid like Abigail?
Because she's a kid. She's a kid. You have potential. Isn't it about time you started acting like a man?
More macho?
More mature, more concentration on success and less on frivolity.
Give me some time. Yeah, I'm not gonna let you down.
You already have.
I just got into town. Okay, you really want to see me screw up? Give me a few days.
See, there you go again. Everything is funny. Darling, if you want to make your mark in life, you gotta jump in with 2 feet. You gotta be committed.
Everybody makes their mark in different ways. I'll find mine.
Contrary to popular opinion, opportunity rarely comes knocking. You have to go and seek it. It needs to be sought out, darling. Like I did. I mean, how do you think I got all this? How did I make my fortune?
Family grapevine says that you inherited it from one of your husbands.
Huh. I inherited a sinking ship from one of my husbands, and I turned it around by hard work. I learned. And that was long before old Mr. Walsh came along. I learned, and I did it by hard work.
Well, you should be proud.
I am. And I'm proud of Worldwide, too. But, oh, wouldn't I just think myself a terrible failure of all of this prosperity and influence should stop dead with my generation.
You want to pass on some of that prosperity? Bring it on.
Normally, one passes it on to one's children. Actually, I've been very, very generous to my children, as you know. But it's a funny thing, and it's sad, too. Not one of them ever was interested or maybe capable of following in my footsteps. And that leaves you, my capricious grandson, in the nifty position of being able to carry on when I retire.
You want to give your business to me? Some gift.
Gift? Oh, a gift? I'm going to give it to you? Like on a silver platter? No, no, darling. You got to prepare yourself by learning my business from top to toe.
Great. What's the catch?
You have to learn everything, the nuts and the bolts and the grease and how the machine works and everything like that. And that's why I had planned to start you in the mail room of the City Times.
Sounds like a plan. For some people.
Not for you.
No, the thing is, Lucinda, that I don't have much patience learning the ropes. I prefer to call the shots.
Don't you sort of earn the right to do that as you work up the corporate ladder?
Call me crazy, but I'd rather own my own little ladder than climb up someone else's.
Well, you won't own anything until you earn it.
Fine. You don't want to cut me a piece of your business? I'll build my own.
Oh, great. With what? On your lack of experience, your lack of follow-through?
I can do it. I can do it if I have a startup capital.
Prove You think I should forget medical school?
Well, that's what I'm hearing. I mean, face it, you did this MD thing to buck some stereotype. And then took it so far to start spouting these goody-goody speeches and platitudes every time you talk about it.
Excuse me? Speeches? Platitudes?
Yeah. You know, like, the joy of following this noble profession. Come on, Camille. Cliches. Tired old cliches.
Wait a minute. So you're saying that I'm a cliche? You're saying I'm a cliche? Let me tell you something, Isaac. I did not bust my rear end to get myself into medical school because it sounded good or it was the right thing to do. I did this because this has been a dream of mine since I was a child, and I want to make a difference in this world. Maybe you don't understand that, but nothing is going to stop me. Not some tired old professor, not cancer, not even the likes of you. Oh, okay. Ah, you're good. You're good. I must be tired to have fallen for that.
Oh.
The old reverse psychology. Now, if you want to talk about cliche, that was cliche.
Hey, watch out now. Now I will take offense.
Listen, thank you.
For what? For, raising your blood pressure?
Yeah. Felt good for, making me check myself, you know. I've just been stressed and tired, you know, and I guess I, forgot who I am.
Next time, ask me. I'll remind you. You know, I've known since we met, Christmas Eve, what a beautiful and special person you are. You know, you're gorgeous inside and out. You deserve so much, Camille.
I just want some time, you know?
In our own way, I think we're all in a race against the clock. You know, you never know when you're gonna step outside your house and some drunk driver mows you down. You go into the convenience store for a soda, and some nut blows you away. But you either live in fear of these things, or you stare them straight in the eyes.
Is that what you do, stare the world straight in the eye?
I guess so. But I'm learning that my way doesn't work for everybody.
I don't know about that. I tell you, hearing you say it, it works for me.
You start spreading your suspicions around about Katie, it's going to strengthen their case against you, so you do not say anything to anyone about your suspicions.
Right. Even when I try to do the right thing, I come off looking like the bad guy. You know, I never stalked Katie. You believe me, don't you? Don't you?
I know Katie, and I can't imagine her going after Molly Collins' job like that.
I'm telling
you. But I know
that...
you better, and I don't believe that you did something like this.
Thank you.
The trick is going to be convincing everybody else.
Well, then we better work fast, because whoever has been after Katie is still out there. And with me behind bars, it's open season on Margot's sister.
Control room.
Henry.
Freddie, where are you?
You just did what I think you did. You better have covered your tracks.
Listen, I'm going to ask you this again. Where are you?
At the police station.
Sorry, wrong number.
Oh, honey, are you okay? Stupid question. Oh, my God. Just let it out. Let it all out. I'm surprised it took you this long, baby.
I'm just so scared. It just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Don't you worry. Everything's taken care of. We're not going to let Chris near you anymore. You're safe now.
Abigail, I know that this is going to be really hard on you. You went back to school today, right? I'm really proud of you for doing that. How'd it go?
It's fine.
That's good, but you're going to need to prepare yourself because Chris, he's put you right back in the middle of this mess again, just when you were trying to claw your way out of it. I really hate this kid for what he's done to you. But you don't have to worry, because Lily and I, we're going to be there for you. We're going to help you out and protect you. You know what? I'll drive you to school every day if you want. Just so nobody messes with my girl. Will you please tell me what you're thinking?
Chris didn't do it, Holden. I know he didn't.
'50 is beautiful, and to stay that way, Pro Vital Revitalizing Cleanser with gentle microbeads and Olay moisture. It leaves skin smooth and resilient. Pro Vital from Olay, proven to be why women over 50 look so wonderful.
Here comes that heartburn again. It happens time after time. You've changed your diet. You've tried to treat it, but the pain keeps coming back 2 or more days a week. That frequent, persistent heartburn may be due to acid reflux disease, potentially serious. It's Prilosec time. Time to see your doctor about America's most prescribed acid control medicine. Your results may vary, but for many people, 1 daily dose of Prilosec provides 24 hours of complete heartburn relief. Ask your doctor for more information about Prilosec and if it's right for you. The most common side effects are headache, diarrhea, and abdominal pain. 24 hours of complete heartburn relief is possible with the purple pill they call Prilosec.
Need a little time far from the maddening crowd? A cafe experience awaits you with new cafe creams. Golden cookies draped with fudge and covered with luscious cream. Perfect for dunking. New cafe creams from Nabisco. A cozy little place in your day.
So you want a PC with awesome power. But the IRS has your computer money tied up. And you want that new PC right now. Give us a call. We'll deliver a Gateway Select PC with a 650 megahertz AMD Athlon processor. And now for an unthinkable $1,299, you get a free color printer and you won't have to pay for 3 more months. Plenty of time for that refund check to clear. Call 1-800-GATEWAY.
You know, I hope you don't plan to spend all your time studying.
And why is that? Do you have some special plans for me or something?
Well, I'm planning a blowout for the club, kind of a grand opening, and I'm hoping you'll be my date for the evening. You know, I know you have to check your schedule and everything.
No, I know. No, nothing could take precedence over a once-in-a-lifetime event like this.
So you don't think I got what it takes to start my own business, huh? Okay, then. I will prove it to you.
I'm not even going to ask you such questions as a business plan or board of directors or that's old-fashioned stuff.
I will worry about those details later.
Yeah.
But there's no question that if I even give it half a shot, I could make $1 million in, say, 6 months.
Could you now?
Absolutely.
Get to work. Do it. Do it. Get to work. Just remember, if you don't make the $1 million, you know, that means your perks are suspended. The cars, the plastic. So you make the $1 million, or else you resign yourself to the challenge of the mailroom.
Fine mess you got yourself into now, Montgomery.
Abigail, you are so very loyal and trusting, and I don't ever want to change that, but your feelings for Christopher, you've got to give him up. The evidence is piling up against him.
I don't care about the evidence. Did Chris say he did it?
Of course he didn't.
Well, then he didn't do it.
Abigail, you don't know the whole story.
No, but I know him. And I know what kind of person he is. I know what matters to him. Holden, he's good and he's decent. He has a big heart. Why would he do something like this?
Abigail.
Holden, he's innocent. Chris is innocent.
Well, I've seen you do miracles in the courtroom. Pull some of your magic. Convince the cops that I didn't do this.
As long as all the evidence they have against you is circumstantial, they're going to have a tough time building a case.
Tom, there's something you and your client ought to know.
Really, what's that?
We
found additional evidence in a bag of garbage that belonged to Chris. That can't be right.
What kind of evidence?
A cut-up magazine that ties Chris to a threatening note that Katie received at WOAK.
That's not possible.
It's a fact, Chris.
And these aren't all random mistakes. Someone has been setting me up.
You know my friend Mr. Moretti, he worries about the arthritis pain in my hands. So he came with me to the doctor. Now I am on a wonderful treatment.
Tylenol Arthritis Extended Relief. It works as well as the leading arthritis prescription, but is much gentler to your stomach.
Mr. Moretti says I have beautiful hands.
Tylenol Arthritis. Take comfort in our strength.
Here comes allergy relief for red, itchy eyes no ordinary eye drop can deliver. More effective, more powerful relief. New Visine A. It has a powerful antihistamine. Ordinary eye drops don't. So it blocks the irritation, stops the itch, even on the worst pollen days. Suffer no more. Get the antihistamine relief of Visine A. It gets the itch out.
What's cooking, fellas?
Hey, Ernie, just putting big chips in my Chips Deluxe cookies.
Oh, that's nothing. I'm putting big chips and milk chocolate chunks in my Chocolate Lovers Chips Deluxe. Yeah, well, I'm adding walnut pieces to mine.
Peanut butter cups.
Ha! Put that in your cookie and crumble it.
Wow.
Chips Deluxe chocolate chip cookies in 7 deluxe varieties.
Walnuts.
Sometimes too many cooks is a good thing.
Kristen's home today with diarrhea, and she's not drinking all the liquid she needs. That's why I keep Pedialyte freezer pops on hand. They're a great tasting way to help prevent dehydration. But Kristen just thinks they're cool. Pedialyte freezer pops.
Who says you have to be all sweetness and light? A little tartness can be refreshing. New Crystal Light Ruby Red Grapefruit, a fruity blend of tart and sweet and just 5 calories. So drink to your heart's content.
The FBI's best agent is going inside the mob.
I want to check them out top to bottom, but you smell anything bad.
Now, getting closer to one family.
If you don't turn on your friends, you don't rat. That's the rule.
Could mean losing another.
2 weeks you've been gone this time.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna be 80, you're still gonna be sorry.
8 extraordinary episodes, 1 television event.
5 votes for you, and Sonny finds out not only do you get wet, but I get wet.
Falcone starts next Tuesday on CBS.
Chicago Hope is back.
Your daughter has an aneurysm.
It'll pop and I'll die.
And this Thursday, to try to save a little girl's life.
I'll stop her heart and cool down her brain to about 50 degrees. Won't she die?
The doctors take her to the brink of...
Tonight at 8.